Hi everyone. We're back with the VeChain research. Today we have Mohamed. Mohamed, can you introduce yourself and let everyone know what you do within this space?
Yeah, actually, thank you for having me in this call. My name is Mohamed Mnif, and I am an entrepreneur in the climate space, having a financial and economic background with an experience in the blockchain industry entrepreneurship for the last 6 years. I started my career as a chartered accountant in the financial industry, and back in 2016, when I understood that a more radical adjustment needs to be done to the financial industry, and I was having certain ideas around circular economy and like a different new paradigms that were introduced with the fourth industrial revolution, I would say. And by that time, I had the chance to find my first white paper and to take part of the Ethereum conference in Paris. And I fall in love with the decentralized technologies in general. Quit my job and went for an entrepreneurship journey around Web3. Built a first startup in Paris, allowing peer-to-peer energy trading and tokenizing carbon credits at that time. It's called latency, and we created the currency backed by renewable energy. Back in 2020, I co-founded a company in Tunisia called the Darl Blockchain, House of Blockchain, which is positioned as the blockchain hub in North Africa. And since last year, I went with my two co-founders, Sylvain and Mauricio, on a very exciting new journey around a project called Hero. And it's a platform to connect citizens around the world to climate mobilizers working on policy change to provide climate mobilizers a basic income so they can go full time on what we consider being the most important job of our time. The Hero platform is built on Web 2 today, still using the blockchain technology for money traceability and for voting on the platform. But we are still going on a Web 2 model currently.
Excellent. Thanks for that. So given that you have experience in working with individuals in Paris and North Africa, you know, I'm in the US. I know that there's some people in the US that are a little bit hesitant in adopting, these technologies because they feel that, blockchain is linked to crypto and things like that, right? So I guess my first question is going to be, what has been the response from people within the Paris region and the North Africa region?
Yeah, actually, this is something that I came up to as well after a few years after experience in the Web3 industry. And as much as I believe it's decentralization is the future, and I would say it's already running today. It's already happening, and it's not even an illusion, and it's a deep belief that the train for Web3 is already on the way. I still see some resistance in adoption from the mainstream, unfortunately, due to lack of information, due to skepticism and risk adversity. And this is one of the reasons we decided to build Hero on a Web 2 model today, validate the value proposition, strengthen the community around the real value prop, and then adapt the model with the market trend toward toward full decentralization and using the Web3 architecture.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. So based on the work that you're doing, can what are some of the things that people can do to successfully implement um, sustainability efforts on the blockchain?
I think the main challenge is to validate the solution an entrepreneur is bringing to a very specific pain, wherever it's being built on a blockchain or not. The blockchain is a technology layer that can be used to secure the network, to ensure traceability and transparency of the system, but it shouldn't be on the top front of what is being built.
Interesting, interesting. So can you kind of expand on what you've seen others have been building in Web3 and in blockchain and collaborations? I know, 'cause I know that you work a little bit with the Silo blockchain.
A lot of projects are being built on the Celo network and other networks as well, from Mola to Source to Stack the Celo to Toucan, uh, and it's between DeFi, ReFi. Mainly, this is the main guideline that the Celo blockchain decided to position itself in the blockchain industry. And as much as a lot of these solutions are today functional, and you can already use them on if you have a Valora app, as much as I believe it's still scoped in a small niche that can be enhanced and enlarged with massive adoption, so developers can add the new layers of features that can benefit the user.
Excellent. So yeah, thank you. Oh, so you know what? No, one more question. So you mentioned that you've been dealing with policy change in some areas. So what has been the response with the policy makers and the regulators, and also what's been the process of educating them, within this process and these tools and these technologies?
Mm. Um, Personally, what we are building with Hero around policy change is policy change for the climate space, not for the blockchain or crypto regulation.
Right.
And for both cases, I think an inclusive approach to citizen in order to um, it starts, I would say, with a decentralized communication, decentralized law, and then comes the decentralized finance. But the basic layer should be a decentralized conversation that needs to happen between the different stakeholders, between citizens, policy makers, and different type of organizations before coming up to a decentralized law that doesn't go top down, but will work more on a horizontal way and engage both or multiple stakeholders. And the tradition of this decentralized law and being implemented either in smart contracts or different kind of agreements that can produce the agreement. I think the next once secured a decentralized agreement, we can go then to a decentralized finance component and creating value out of this agreement.
Excellent. I appreciate that. So thank you for your time today. Mohamed, where can people find you?
Actually, you can find me on LinkedIn. It's my or Twitter, both of them. Still, LinkedIn, I think, is my most used social network.
All right. So once again, thank you for your time, and everyone else, until next time. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Have a good time, Dustin.